Hi, Sherry.
How you doing?
Fine. How's your week been?
It's been good. It's been busy, trying to get things, in order. I'd rather be busy than doing nothing, because chances are I'll fall asleep, so.
Right,
But
right.
I brought that letter from the doctor, which
Okay.
talks about the diagnosis and the medicines and why it's on there,
Okay.
and that way, you can have that.
Right.
And I got a copy for myself because I thought, I might want to carry that with me in case somebody decides to, go search me or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You'd have that with you.
Yeah.
Yes. I'll put this in your file and we'll have it in case anybody needs anything from me that I can send that to. You don't have it right at your disposal at the time.
Okay.
Okay. About the confidentiality statement that I give you, you got any questions or any concerns?
Nope.
Okay, and just remember that you can say whatever you would like to say in here. It doesn't go anywhere. And I want you to be comfortable and relaxed and just at ease.
Okay. I am so far, so no problem.
Okay. This past week, have you had any symptoms of the things that were going on with the narcolepsy and any kind of
Not too bad.
seizures?
I had a little bit of an episode a couple days ago, but once I try to, and it's probably not best to do this, I do try to take the new vigil during the weekdays, especially since I know I'll be driving or going, taking my, picking up my child or whatever. And you don't know what you're going to be doing, but usually on the weekends I try not to take it too much. Which that when I try to push not taking it, and if I'm sitting and doing something, it's a fight. So I usually, and like I said, it's almost like having an aura of a seizure where you know you're fighting it. You know that it's not going to get any better, so you end up taking the medicine. And it takes a little longer for it to begin to work, whereas if I take it the way I really should, I wouldn't have that problem. But I guess I'm just afraid I'm going to get used to it or addicted or whatever. So.
Right.
And my doctor tells me I'm being silly and that I need to take my medicine if I want to get better. So.
That is important. That is important for you. This week you came in for testing.
Yeah, I came in a couple days ago and I felt like I was back in school, but that's okay. It was kind of a unique experience where, I felt like I was back in class, and it's a whole different mindset when you get back into that mode of doing things. And I did better than I thought I would. I thought I did a little better than. I was very worried about the math. I never was very good at math, but I really focused and stuff, and I kind of enjoyed it after it. Didn't take too long, and I enjoyed it. I did get a letter for the workshop, so that's for Monday of next week. So
Okay, good. Well, they'll do some more testing and working with you on some skills to see what you can do. And
which
what
I'm
you
looking
can't
forward
do.
to it because it'll help me learn something about myself, and that's never bad.
Right.
To learn where you have maybe limitations. So
Right.
I'm anticipating it.
But that's good. When they get through with all the testing, I'll get all the reports, and then we'll sit down and try to go over those and see what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are, and what we need to focus on.
Okay.
And so it's like I said, it'll be a few days before I
Yeah,
get that report.
she told me about 10 working days because she has to put all of the stuff together and send a report, and then it gets signed. So I'm good. I have no problem with that. So.
Okay. Well, good. This week, have you thought about any jobs in particular besides what you mentioned last week, Walmart and the activities?
Well, I had talked to a friend of mine, and we were talking about putting doing applications, and I got to thinking, going, I'm not having I need to really sit down and put on paper past experiences because I don't remember specific dates. I really need to think about those things because I'm not in fact, there's one place that I work that doesn't even exist anymore, so I've got to figure out how I'm going to deal with that.
Right.
She had mentioned that you need to find someone that maybe you worked with and maybe put them down as a reference that, you know, and put on there, you know, no longer exist, however, here's a reference to indicate that I did work there.
Right, right.
I never thought about that, but that, yeah. Because it's been a while since I've did an application of any kind, but I was really trying to put down and, you know, thinking about these dates, and I'm just going to sit down and focus on it and put them in like almost like an outline order.
Well, that's good. That's good. If you had a little notebook or something that you could put some of that information in and maybe carry it around with you, I think that would be good to help you remember.
Well, I noticed too, because I was at this friend of mine's house and she has Wi-Fi, and we were kind of, you know, looking at stuff on the computer, and I noticed that there's certain websites that you can go on and you can do a resume, and then that resume can actually be sent. You just do it that one time, and then it goes out to all these different places, and I'm like, that'd be good.
Yes, yes.
Because I mean, then you don't have to worry about rewriting and rewriting.
That's true. That's true. And then make sure you print you off a copy too, and have a paper copy in case you go somewhere that they don't have an online system.
There are some out there that I understand that does that. So.
Right.
They actually do accept paper applications still. Not many, but few.
A few. That's right. That's right. Have you gone to the Wind Job Center? And
yeah, I went back and, you know, it's like you make a new, because they've made a lot of changes since I was last over there. And so I had to like submit like an account, if you will, and that way you can, that account, you could access it even from a remote location, another computer, and you can look up, you know, different jobs that might be listed. So yeah, I got that set up and looked at some of the jobs. There really wasn't anything at that time that I was qualified for. So, but it was a good experience, and I got that stuff set up so that I can use it for future.
Well, that's good. That'd be very helpful. I encourage you to keep on looking and keep checking back and forth with the Wind Job Center, you know, and seeing what they have. And sometimes some companies don't really list all their jobs out there online, and I'll give you the name of the director of the Wind Job Center. That's a good friend of mine, Mr. Phil Hosey. If you can see him for a few minutes and just tell him that I sent you, and he'll be glad to help you. If there's
someone had
anything
mentioned
out
that
there.
sometimes, because they'll talk about, well, so-and-so, you have to put in an application, and I'm like going, I didn't see that. And so I guess it's probably something that even just the workers or people know about it, and they pre-screen maybe applicants for it, maybe.
Right.
So yeah, I'll talk to him, see if maybe he knows something that's available.
What about like some companies here in the area? You have to take a test and pass it, make a certain.
What kind of test? Like what I took?
Well, Howard's, for example, they have to take a test, and they test you on everything, math and reading and all, because their company, they sometimes have blueprints in that company. You've got to be able to kind of read those blueprints and know how to build that machinery over there, you know, something like that. Other, I know there's customer test that some stores take, like JCPenney or Sears or something like that.
I remember when I applied at Walmart, 5 or 6 years ago, I remember having to answer a lot of questions, and it was more personal type stuff, like, you know, if you were in this situation, or if you saw this, what would you do, or what would, you know, which out of these choices would you most likely would you do? Was it something like that?
Right. Yes.
Yeah. I would. Yeah, that'd be all right. Like I said, I'm not great in math, but you know, I would do whatever's necessary, you know, to see if I could qualify for the job. I like to type. In fact, I'm a good typer.
Well, that's good. How many words can you type?
Last time I would say around 60.
Well, that is good.
And if there's mistakes, which I'm sure there would be, I'm real quick on that back button too. I can get it going. You know. But I like typing. Typing is something that engages me, even though I'm not crazy about being at a sedentary type of job where I'm just sitting
Right.
doing nothing. Typing, I don't mind the typing if that's, what I'm doing, because you are actually, your mind is engaged in something where I don't have that fear that I would fall asleep or something.
Right, okay,
So,
okay.
I know most places that are looking for typists, that's what they're doing, they're typing tests and stuff.
What about bank tellers and,
Have
Have you
that'd be
thought
kind of
about
fun,
that?
yeah, that'd be kind of fun. I don't know what kind of test they have. If it's counting without pencil and paper, I'm in trouble. Because coming from the head, I don't know about that. Because,
What-
I mean, counting money back or something, that's not a problem. But
Mhm.
if you're asking me to put numbers together, I've got to have paper and pencil to do it.
right,
But yeah, I would think that'd be kind of fun. And plus, that would probably be better suited for maybe for my hours, I don't know. Even though I'm not really limited, I'm a graveyard. Excuse me. Shift would be cool. I would really to look at anything.
if you worked at night, what would your husband think about that?
Well, he'd be concerned, especially the way things are now. Now,
Mhm.
you just don't know what you're gonna come across. And that would concern him. But if it's something I want to do, he'd support it wholeheartedly. But he'd be concerned, he'd mumble under his breath a lot.
Right.
But maybe but that would be a little bit of a concern because of, being in our small town so far, we have issues that go on, but nothing like we've seen in the news recently. But who knows, that may come this way. But no, he wouldn't have a problem.
Right, okay. Well, your preference, had you prefer daytime as opposed to nighttime? Do you feel like you
Yeah.
could focus better?
Yeah, I would
And-
think that actually, the daytime would be better, just for my own physical issues, because daylight hours, you have more, you don't have that melatonin to fight with that your body produces naturally. So, I would prefer days, but I'm willing to look at alternate times either. I mean, I'm pretty, I would prefer day, but I'll look at anything.
Mhm. Okay. Well, we'll look into those things. I encourage you to still keep checking back with the
Mhm.
employment office